Good evening. Hello, everyone. Come on in. We are here. My mouse is like bugging. Come in. We're actually starting session 19. My. Session 19. I don't know why it won't let me do it. Blow up my page. Good evening. I saw you were on way early, Prophet Lisa. Way early. Good to see you on. Hello, everyone. I'm not calling you. Come on. We is going up tonight. 53 of you in. Come on in. Okay. Gotta go back. We're going to start chapter 14. Come on in. Let's see what we can get moving tonight. My pillow went into the view. Let me move it back out of the view. Good girl. Have a seat. All right, family. How's it going on your side? How are things happening for you? I don't know what happened here. Chapter 14. How did you make it through, excuse me, the reflection work? Did you have any electrolytes today? You did, Eb? When were we supposed to add electrolytes? Does anyone come in and remember? Jeez. When was it absolutely necessary to add electrolytes? That's right, Pastor D. If we were stressed or sweating, or if we had a little bit too much caffeine in the morning part of our day, we're supposed to add electrolytes. Good, Pastor D. What did you have for breakfast this morning? As we're coming in, what did you have for breakfast today? Protein shake, eggs and ground beef, Eb? Okay. Well, don't just be a part of the producing of the show. Be a client. That's what I'm talking about. Yogurt, Rosa. Good. Hard-boiled eggs, turkey slices, and carrots. Fruit. Scrambled eggs, toast, peanut butter. Okay. Chicken breast and spinach and water. Smoothie and 2 bottles of water. All right, Carol. Cottage cheese. Good. Well, I'm proud of y'all. Jeez, I can't even stump you on anything. How about your stress? How about your stress reset break? Did anyone get any fresh air today? Did you step out from your busyness and stand in front of a window and change the landscape? Did you do anything like that at all? You ran and went to the gym? Good. Took a walk? Got fresh air? Yes, Pastor D. Crystal went outside. So did I. I went and had lunch. I went and did something else, but I'm not going to tell you about that. Went and did laundry. Now that's very productive day. Good, good, very good. Okay. How about your sleep last night? How much sleep did you get? How much sleep did you get last night? Yeah, it was definitely cold. Thank you. 8 hours, 7 hours, 4 hours. Is it? I still didn't get your name. Is it Dania? Or is it a fancy way to spell Dana? 4 hours? Please explain, ma'am. Please explain. 6.5, Candy. Joelle, 5. What? Wait a minute. You guys are going to have to come into my office if you keep this behavior up. 6 to 7. Okay, 7. I know our bodies got used to how we were living before. Constance did 9 hours. That's what I'm talking about. Not much, Carol. Carol Williams got 7, though. Carla got 7. All right. I guess we're going to keep working at that. Doing pretty good. How did we do? Let's see. I turned my TV off. And I was going to post this the other night on Facebook just for some ha-has because I know sometimes I post such deep stuff. But I was going to post, sometimes it takes me forever, meaning it feels like an hour, to find something on TV to put on so I can go to sleep. I have to look for a specific stuff to put on so I can go to sleep to the TV because I can't have craziness. I can't have too much activity. I can't have something good because it's going to make me keep peeking at it and keep me up. So I have to put something on that's, kind of boring. So sometimes it takes me an hour and I'm so agitated and frustrated. Anyone else have this sleeping with the TV on problem? Yeah, that's but last night I watched TV and when I felt myself getting sleepy, I turned it off. And that was it. And I slept. I didn't wake up in the middle of the night or anything. I thought I needed it to babysit me, but I slept. I'm going to go ahead and tell ahead of time. I got another camera. And what I'm noticing about this camera, y'all can actually see my true color lipstick finally. Because every night it looks like I have the same color on. And believe it or not, every single night, well, not every single, a couple of them were the same one in a row. But every night, pretty much, let's just do it this way for the math's sake. Every other night, pretty much, I have on a different lipstick color. And I noticed in that camera, it looks like it's the same color. But today you can see it. It's just, it looks like I have no makeup on. And I have a lot of makeup on. So I don't know. I may have to do some focusing, but the colors are coming more natural is my point. Thank y'all for listening to all of that. So we did our protein. We did our morning activation. We did our sleep priority. We did our hydration reset. So the only two things I have to check in with you on are your digital boundaries. How did you do with your digital boundaries? Did you limit the time, or did you block off time that you would only get on your digital gadgets? You know what? I just realized today that this month I have only used social media for work, for business. And I would scroll down just the top few, maybe the top 10 that show up on my page, and I hit like. There's a lot of you all posts, and I hit like on it. Outside of that, I had been off all month. And you know what I noticed? I'm so much more at peace. So much more without the political, the fear mongering, the crazy church politics. I feel so much lighter in loving church and loving Jesus, not watching all that nonsense. And then let me take it a step further. You know what else happened to me today with social media? I got a notification, and the notification was of someone liking a post I made on a church stupid politics church attack. One of these influencers who just goes against attack. And I must have been one of them days I was getting really sucked into it. And I made my comment and somebody liked it. So when I went to see what someone's like was, it took me to my comment on that post. And I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't like it. I didn't like that I got bothered by it. I didn't like that I saw it. I didn't like the mindset I must have been in to even waste my time on that stuff. So I deleted it because I'm not there anymore. Anybody else with me? Right. We're not getting sucked into this nonsense when the Bible clearly tells us to have no opinion. Stop being caught up in the foolishness of the world. So that was my journey today. Anyone else have a virtual or digital boundary they put in place today, or you limited your work time today? It's crazy when you go back and you're like, I wrote that. Man, I was almost, I want to say ashamed, but I'm not going to use that word, but I deleted it. It wasn't a proud thing. Like I still stand on what I say, but I didn't have any reason to say it. So what? What do I care? Take it to the Lord in prayer. If I didn't pray about it, I shouldn't be commenting about it. All right, Joelle, y'all did very well. So my last check-in with y'all is on our emotional regulation, and I just shared mine. Your emotional regulation. Did you take time to breathe, pray, journal, get fresh air? Some of y'all did. Any emotional reset? As a matter of fact, I got a beautiful testimony in today. Let's see. I'm not sure where it came in from. Well, here's one I'm going to share. I just can't remember if it came in on my business or my social media. But one lady after her session today, she laughed and she said, I want to be honest as well. She said, I'm getting more out of our sessions than I got in therapy. Nothing against therapy. It works. I see a therapist when I need to. I'm getting my entire family into therapy. Nothing against therapy at all. It's just everything isn't the requirement of a therapist. That's all I'm saying. So she said, thank you for the impactful session today. I'm noticing that I'm breathing easier these days, and I believe a lot of it has to do with your coaching. Thank you for your sacrifice. And then there was one more beautiful one. Besides the one, if you did not see it, besides the one that Rosa put on Facebook today. Powerful, powerful, powerful. I'm blessed. I can't remember. It's too many places I have to check. All right. So it looks like we're doing good and we're moving on. So let's start 14. Chapter 14. Yes, please like and share. So welcome to night 19, Soul Detox 2026. Our focused theme is Own Your Focus, period. I am your host, Apostle Dr. Suzanne M. Howard, and it has been my pleasure every night and my honor to be your trusted voice in mental health care, life coaching, to bring you education. First of all, that's one of the number one things we believe in life coaching is to educate the client. When you educate someone, they can make more educated decisions and choices with their life. Look at the education that you all received already. Just understanding your emotions need a leader and stop being led by your emotions. And just because you do not feel you are an emotional person or highly reactive emotional person, you kind of had to slide into the seat and say, yeah, maybe I am, because if I cannot honestly say that I've been leading myself, taking charge of those emotions, perhaps I have been responding very emotionally. So the education can actually turn to application and then transformation. And this is what life coaching is about. It's to educate the client, to put the power in your hands so you can make better decisions and choices with your life while being coached and mentored until you're ready to do life on your own. And then you come back when there's another area of your life that you may be ready to apply to the process and the program. Chapter 14 is about confidence in completion. Having confidence in completion. I enjoyed this chapter. Did anyone else read it yet? Did you enjoy it? Did you notice tonight? Tonight, I really noticed when I went through the entire chapter again, how different it is going through it together. Isn't that different? Going through it together is better. It's exciting. It's hands-on. It's alive. It's challenging. Where you read it, you answer the questions, you drop the book. You really don't think about it anymore. But when you have someone in your face, whether it's on the computer or not, challenging you, pressing into those guarded areas, bringing out thoughts that you'd never thought of, showing you different things in different ways that could be plausible in how you're responding and reacting in your life. This is so much better than just reading a book, even having the workbook part, which is a plus plus. But for me, doing it together, the accountability is amazing. And I love it. And I thank y'all for being my tonight 74 accountability partners. So rewiring your brain to finish what you start is what we're going to deal with tonight. Rewiring your brain to finish what you start. Because remember, finishing is not a skill. You don't have to be skilled at this. You don't have to be perfect at this, trained. You don't need a degree. Finishing is not a skill issue. It is a self-belief issue. A self-belief issue. You see, you don't struggle to start most times. Most times, there's not much struggle in the start. The struggle is to stay, to keep going when it isn't exciting anymore. When the relationship with Christ isn't exciting anymore, when the church relationship isn't exciting anymore, when the marriage isn't exciting anymore, when going to school again and again isn't exciting anymore. The struggle is to stay during seasons and times where it's no longer being motivated by excitement, to follow through after the spark fades. This is all identity. This is part of the rewiring of your brain to finish what you start. Starting is fueled by motivation. Okay. Something motivated us. There was a great sales pitch. There was a great testimony. You saw someone's accomplishments and it looked wonderful. You were just ready for something new in your life. Starting is always fueled by motivation. But finishing is fueled by our identity. Finishing is fueled by our identity, which means, are we finishers or not? Because every unfinished task leaves a mark in your mind and it becomes a part of your identity. You want to know, how did I get like this? This is how. Let me explain it to you. Your brain has a recording system. It has a network, a recording system. And every unfinished task leaves a mark in your mind. And the mark makes comments such as this: I don't finish. I always fall off. I can't stay consistent. And that becomes a part of your identity. Your brain keeps evidence. Your mind builds conclusions. You hear that about the conclusions? And your identity stores the label. Your brain keeps evidence. Your mind builds conclusions, and your identity stores the label. So when a new opportunity comes, your brain pulls up your history and whispers, we never finish. And it's not because you're weak. We've said this every single night since we've been on. It's not because you're weak, but because your brain is trying to prevent disappointment, protect and survive. So your brain it believes that it's protecting you from disappointment. We talked about emotional warfare the other night, and we talked about psychological warfare, and we talked about it as being spiritual warfare. Well, completion is emotional warfare because some part of you believes that finishing creates vulnerability, exposure, transparency. Finishing invites judgment. Now they all get to have a comment about me and my work. Finishing raises expectations. Now they'll want more from me, and they don't know that I slid in on my skin of my chin on this assignment. And now they're going to ask me for more or ask me again. Finishing exposes your true ability. Quitting oftentimes can feel safer. Anybody can testify to that? Sometimes quitting actually feels safer. Again, I did a whole teaching before a year or so back about how your mind lies to you. Quitting feels safer. And sometimes it feels safer than completing something and not liking the result. So your brain protects you with things like procrastination, the thing we all hate the most, procrastination. Your brain will protect you with distraction. Your brain will protect you with replacing goals, overthinking, and lowering the bar. We're going to lower the bar. And this is why avoidance has become a false safety. Should highlight that in your book. Avoidance becomes a false safety. So let's talk for a second about the neuroscience behind finishing. Every time you finish something, even something small, dopamine is released. And the body loves dopamine. It's like your favorite sweet treat. Your confidence also rises, your motivation increases, and the prefrontal cortex strengthens. And you want that. That's a good thing. But that comes from finishing something. No matter how micro, no matter how small, no matter how irrelevant to you, finishing does a lot for your brain and the rewiring of your brain from where you started with me on January 1st. You have to become a finisher. And I recommend starting with something small. This is why I recommend at the end of your day, take out your journal, your calendar, or whatever you may use for a smart gadget, and just write in there the things you accomplished today. I ate well today. Or let's just say today you didn't eat well. So don't bother to highlight that. I drank water today. I had enough water today. I started the laundry and I finished it. I got out and got some fresh air. I didn't go off on anybody today. I'm serious. Anything you tell your brain that you finish, it goes right back and it fuels your identity. We don't want to operate in false safety, which is avoidance. Finishing is procreating. You know why? Because finishing creates more finishing. Finishing creates more finishing. That's what we want, after all. Every completion is a vote for a new identity. I am someone who follows through. Because confidence isn't something you feel. We're such feeling people, even though we think we're not. We're such feeling people. We need to feel it to believe it. We need to feel God to know He's there. We need to feel Him to know we're born again. We need to feel Him to know we're anointed. I need to feel this to know if I should do this thing. We're such feeling people. But one of the feelings that you are not given to yourself is the feeling of following through. And I work with a lot of people over the years and even yet still in ministry and clients. And I'm telling you, finishing and following through are two different things. Follow through is major. Sometimes we think showing up, well, I showed up, I finished, I did this thing right. No, you were supposed to do this and this and this in between, and nobody's heard from you. Nobody was able to even celebrate that you were this far in, or you did well halfway and then you went to the left because you didn't follow through. We need to become people who follow through, especially going back to the night when we talked about our calling. We carry the Holy Spirit. And if we carry the Holy Spirit on the inside of us, there's prophecy on the inside of us. Following through is a mature level. It's a leading level. It's a gifted level. It's an officer level. It's a level of trust that God can have with us because we follow through. Ask Elijah. He didn't want to follow through. He had to follow through. Confidence isn't something you feel. Confidence is something you collect. So let's talk about this confidence completion cycle. Let's talk about this collection. There's two cycles that works in our brains. Tonight, we're in cycle 2, right? We were in cycle 1. Cycle 1 was we'd start, we'd quit. Shame would kick in. So we would avoid starting, repeat. Cycle 2, we start, we finish, our confidence grows, repeat. We start, we finish, our confidence grows, repeat. Cycle 1, where we start, quit, shame, avoid, start, is all emotional. The emotional side to you. Sometimes I've noticed with working with people that I have to ask them, now, was that the child in you that responded to this? Was this the child in you that started this project? Or somewhere along the line, did the little child in you take over the project and that's why you didn't finish? That's why it dropped. Because if fear kicks in, or if we get overwhelmed, or the perfectionist side comes in, or the bored side gets in, oftentimes that will trigger the little child in you to show up. And then you don't care if you quit, because children love to quit. I don't want to play anymore. And they throw their toy against the wall. I don't like this game. They drop it. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go home. Children are quitters. So when you feel that quitting on the inside of you, question yourself, is this the child side of me responding or the mature side to me that is responding? Finishing isn't a miracle. It's a muscle. It's a memory muscle. It's a muscle. So let's find out where you stand. Remember, we're dealing with patterns. Let's find out where you stand. I want to talk about the 4 reasons why we stop. And I want you to find yours. And when you hear it or hear them, start just typing them on the screen. You ready? The 4 reasons why we stop. Number 1, the fear exit. The fear exit. I'm not ready. What if I fail here? And if you have a fear of failure, this is probably you. Only write it if this is you. The overwhelm exit. Let's see if this connects with you. There's too much to do. I don't know where to start. Okay, I see you posting. I'm with you, Keisha. There's something in my life that I've been working on way longer than necessary. And I really was asking myself that question while I was doing the reflections in the book tonight. And it came up, fear. What if I fail? So I delay it and I delay it and I delay it. And I had to come to the acknowledgement that I hinder myself even from experiencing failure. And that's not healthy, guys, because we're in this world. We have to experience failure. Lessons are learned through that. Confidence is built through the rebounding of that. So hindering yourself a failure experience is not helping you. A failure is better. So the overwhelm, how many of you can identify with this one? There's too much to do. I don't know where to start. That's been me too. Number 3, the perfection exit. The perfection exit. It's not good enough yet. What if it doesn't meet the standard? What if it's not as good as everyone wanted? What if it's not as good as the teacher wanted? What if I didn't even hear correct and I did the whole assignment wrong? The perfection exit. Yes, Jerry, that's something you should do a little work on. That can be fixed quickly. And the last one, the boredom exit. This isn't exciting anymore. I'll come back to it later. Each exit point that I just mentioned is a door. And it is a door that your brain has become familiar with. Your brain even recognizes it now. And we need to close these doors. So if we were in session together, we would actually go in and unpack the fear exit. When does it show up? How do you usually recognize it? How do you usually exit? We deal with the perfection, the overwhelm, and the boredom. And I would actually help you to be able to identify the little boy or the little girl in you that responds when you feel fearful, or when you feel overwhelmed, or when you feel you have to be perfect, or the boredom side of you shows up. We dig in and we find out what triggers the little boy, the little girl in you, and how they show up because of these triggers. And then they sabotage your opportunity, your reputation. People don't want to work with you because they know, oh, she gets bored and she drops things. If it's not perfect, we have to keep doing it over and over. And then it has to be her way to be perfect. Perfect is never anybody else's way. Or she gets so overwhelmed, she doesn't show up for projects. She doesn't show up on time. She doesn't show up for meetings. She does things last minute. The overwhelmed exit. And of course, the fear exit. She doesn't want to take it on. She does it because she has to, but everything is delegated or worked out between the team. And he doesn't want to do anything. He offers the biased things instead. And we have to find out about that little boy, that little girl, and grow them up. We grow them up quick. Grow them up so they can stop sabotaging your life, your assignments, your networks, and that they can stop sabotaging your reputation. So there's a 3-rule completion to rewire your identity. And this is how I want you to start. You start with 3 completions a day, which equals 21 completions per week, and a new belief system in 30 days. You see why we do this for 30 days? We can actually start a new belief system in 30 days. And we can start this by just 3 completions a day and 21 completions per week. Nothing huge, no huge completions. Micro wins count because your brain remembers the pattern, not the size. Let me give you some examples before I ask you to post yours just for today. Make your bed. It's a micro win. Make your bed. Send an email. I did both of those today. Finish a 10-minute focus sprint. Don't think I did that one. Fold the laundry before you walk away. I love folding laundry. That's not my problem. And complete 1 paragraph. So it's 8:40 p.m. I want everyone, there's how many apps? 78 in the chat right now. I want you to enter your 3 micro wins for today. Ready? Go. I need 3. Come on. Y'all cheating on me. Made my bed, cleaned the kitchen, and sent important emails. Perfect. Made the bed, caught up on the Bible plan, did not eat out. Good, Andrea. Excellent job. Good to see you on as well. And thank you for your giving. Come on, Sharon. I need 3. Regulated emotionally. See, I had water and I stretched. Come on, micro wins. Worked out for an hour, sent emails, went into the office. I made my bed, went to work, and made lunch for tomorrow. Come on, see? Made my bed, focus, sprint, completed. Oh, come on. You guys are doing well now. Come on. All right. Come on, Sharon. I see 2 now. Give yourself more credit. They're there. Look at you, Stephanie. Good job. She even included 15 minutes for herself. Boom. Loving it. Come on, Thomasina. Knock it out. Jasmine. Yes. Knock it out. Come on, Woodard. Sharon, there you go. See? You dig down in there a little deeper. It's in there. Look at this. Beautiful. Some of you saying pray, drink over 90 ounces of water, got my steps in, cleaned my bathroom and my dining room. See? Now imagine if you wrote this down every night. Do we want to start that in the chat? We'll start the chat up with entering. Evan, you probably got to make a note to put it in there for tomorrow and every day for the remainder of the days. What's your 3 micro wins for today? And they can start logging those in while they're playing the trailer before we get started. Because I realize that trailer is like 2 minutes. You know, you made a shorter version, Eb. Do you remember that? You had a shorter version last year. Yep. Proof I can finish things. Thomasina, come on and teach this class. Girl, if you don't get on in here and teach this class. Yes, Lord. Beautiful. Micro wins. That's it. Every time you finish, say, I finish things, or proof that I finish things. Whatever you like to say it, be obedient and celebrate the wins. Why do I have to do this? This seems corny. This seems silly. Because if you work this program in 30 days, you can have an entirely new belief system. And it didn't even cost you $9.99 or the $3,000 that this should have cost. Come on. Beautiful. Congratulations. You are teaching your brain a new story. Come on, Eb. Put it on. Yeah. We have to close the loop. We have to close the loop, make it a law. You cannot leave open loops and expect a clear mind. Open loops drain attention. Finished loops release power. Completion is a release of stress, pressure, fear, identity, doubt. Completion is breakthrough. Destiny is not the starting. Destiny is in the finishing. It's a spiritual truth. Jesus didn't say, "It has begun." He said, "It is finished." It's a spiritual truth. Every completion becomes an act of worship. See, we got to get our mind out of the church. We got to get our mind out of the church and into the kingdom. Going to church and lifting your hands and singing songs is not worship. Every completion is an act of worship, a declaration that what God has placed inside of you has and will come to pass. I am a finisher. You've entered your completion era. That's where we are now. And you're entering a season where motivation will no longer be required of you to complete an assignment. I have finished my race. When you finish a race, it's usually not motivation. It has to move on to somewhere like passion. And then focus. When your focus is intentional, chosen, and strategic. Remember that in week 1? Can you remember any of the prior teachings? You don't need motivation anymore because it's my focus. Motivation can wane and wax, ebb and flow. You don't need to depend on motivation because I've got focus. Y'all with me? You're entering a new season with this new mindset, this new belief system where consistency will become your lifestyle. Jesus. Where follow through will become part of your identity. And confidence is going to be automatic. You will be known as the finisher. Come on, the closer, the builder, the executioner of vision, the person who makes things real. This is the moment. This is the moment where your future self celebrates your decisions to get on for these 30 days, where your future self celebrates that you showed up and that you stayed. Your future self celebrates that you finished. Tell your future self, thank you. Because what you are building requires a finisher's mind. And that mind is already inside you. We are now calling it forward. Let's turn finishers into your default. Come on, clap, Ebony. That's good right there. Put it on for us. Let's hit some of this work because this is important in closing the loop. Come on, let's do this. Let's tighten this up. Completion story assessment. Think of 3 things you started this year but didn't finish. Think of 3 things. And you know what? I'll even extend it. It doesn't even have to be this year. It just has to be on your mind this year. 3 things that you started and you know you haven't finished. Come on, ready? Right. We're all doing it together. Let's go. Got it? Thank you, Candy, for sewing. Thank you. And I think I saw Stephanie had opened up the giving tonight. Thank you, Carla, for your super sticker as well. Tasha, I'm going to get you about them online classes. Come on, name the 3 things. Put it in your book. And then explained, since we have gone through this lesson tonight, why did you stop? Why did you stop? Remember, we talked about the 4 reasons? Was it fear, overwhelm, perfection, or boredom? Why did you stop? Come on, between you and the Holy Ghost, write in your book. Okay, good. Some of y'all are sharing up here. Beautiful. Why did you stop? Top of page 156. What patterns do you notice? What patterns do you notice? I simply put, I noticed I don't like failure. So I avoid it, which to me ultimately is failure. It's just the softer way. What did we call it on these earlier pages? What did we call the avoidance? A false identity? What was that? False safety. Thank you, Eb. So I dislike failure and I choose to lean into a false safety. I just got free. I want you to write on page 156, write 3 small tasks you can complete today. Come on, I know it's 9:00. What's 3 small tasks that you can commit to tonight? Maybe getting your 7 to 9 hours. Maybe not rushing through your night time, putting your phone in the other room, taking some time to hear meditative prayer music before you go to sleep. What's 3 things that you can complete today? Soul Detox, night 19 should be number 1 because we're still in it and you're going to stay on until we end. I'm going to put away my dry cleaning. And I'm either going to finish painting my window sills or I'm going to vacuum. But I'm going to choose and I'm going to do that tonight. That's why I'm choked up. Let's go down to where it says number 3, completion, confidence journal. When I complete something, I feel what? What do you feel when you complete something? Satisfied and proud. Very good, Jasmine. I should follow behind that one too. Very good, Nanita. Gwyneth Douglas, very good. Yeah, confident, accomplished, relieved, accomplished, proud, good and relieved, good, pleased. I finished what I started, encouraged. Okay, good. We're getting it. We're almost done. Number 4, identity upgrade, who I'm becoming. I am becoming a person who always finishes what? Are you a person that's going to finish only what matters? Only what you commit to? Only what God assigns? Only what you start? Or all of the above? What kind of finisher are you going to be? I am becoming a person who always finishes what? Because I work with some people that says, well, I only finish what God assigned me. But that's not how the world works, sweetheart. You have to finish what you commit. You have to finish what matters. You have to finish what you start. I mean, I was raised that way, so that's natural for me with important things, but all of the above, absolutely. Yeah, y'all get an A tonight. You get an A. You get an A. You get an A. You get an A. Yes, Ebony. Ebony's riding with me tonight. You get an A. You get an A. Good job. We're going to finish right here on number 5. Close the loop exercise. Identify one open loop you will finish this. Let's see. What do I want to put on that? You will finish this year. Should we do year or month? Because we got a lot going on this month, right? What do you think, Ebony? Month or year? Go for month? All right. This month, identify one open loop that you're going to finish this month. Sister Sylvia, 1 month. What are you going to finish this month? Tasha Ross, where are you? You're going to get on those classes, right? My workspace. Good. Unpack. Very good. Come on. I'm going to hold you to this. Let's go. Come on. Soul Detox. Finish my finance training. Come on. That's good. Some of y'all are saying you're going to finish this program. Very good. Come on. Come on, let's go. What's one open loop that you're going to finish this month? Come on, there's 82 of you in here. Decorating. Very good, Lasonia. Finish my office space, my quiet prayer room. Good. Come on, this is what I want to see. Finish my homework, finish my healing, my self-worth, my room, my car. Come on. Finish organizing my office. Come on, we're on countdown. Very good. Very good. Very good. Awesome. I love what I'm reading in the chat. Well, congratulations, finishers. You did it. You did it. You have started working and you are now working 19 days of this new identity and this new mindset. 3 small micro even wins a day, which will lead to, what do we say, 21 in a week. That would give you a full new belief system at the end of your 30 days. Congratulations. It's really that simple. It's just that usually we don't get a chance to finish the 30 days. Yeah, on the bottom of page 153. To rewire your identity, you need 3 completions per day, 21 completions per week, a new belief system in 30 days. No huge completions, even micro wins count. So every night when you get online, whether you get on at 1 in the afternoon, 7 at night, or you come in when I come in, I want you to enter your 3 wins for the day because it's 8 o'clock at night. We should have our tally in. And every day, every night when we get on here, I want you to make this a habit for the rest of these, what we have, 11 days left. For the rest of the 11 days, you're going to come in and you're going to write down what are your 3 wins. And congratulations. I'm proud of you all. You make it worth me showing up. You make me excited to show up. I don't feel that I'm drudging in or, oh my God, I got to work with the worst class in the world. They're not interested. They're only here because they love God, but they have no intention of loving God enough to change. They're coming because they reached a point in their life where they're not clubbing, they're not drinking, they're not chasing men or chasing women. So they come to church and they really have no interest in transformation. I'm showing up with people who are interested in transformation. I'm showing up for people who knows that it's going to take the pruning, cutting of the old man for the new man to evolve from that person that's willing to let the little child in them be called out for the behaviors that's been sabotaging your life and causing you to have a poor reputation. We're coming against all of that. Accountability, responsibility, correction, and reproof. Welcome to the Detox program of 2026. I am proud to be your host. We have 1 minute left. We're signing out, and there's 79 of you left in here. Can I ask that everyone go on and take the time to give? 99 cents. It doesn't matter. It's the fact that the stickers and do they have jewels and diamonds and stuff this year? There's all kind of things on there that really help us more. You give 99 cents, but the fact that you're using this program the way the designers want it to be used, the way YouTube and Google and them want it to be used, just because we're using it helps flow our work. It pushes our work. It coincides with their algorithm needs. It blesses us more than the 99 cents will even cost us. So whatever it is that you have to give on tonight, will you sow, please? We have no minutes left. We're down to seconds. If everyone can, please take the time to sow whatever it is you can now. I've done my work tonight. We're on our way to a new belief system. Your identity is being checked. It's coming through the buffing system, and you are looking great. I've got to go now for tonight, but I promise to be back tomorrow night. Thank you for your giving. Please continue to give. Everyone in here, there's 83 in here, and we can knock this night out of the court if we all just work together and get this work done. Thank you so much. I love you. God bless you. I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. God bless you and good night.